6 Best RAM for Gaming in 2020. Choosing the best RAM for gaming can be a daunting task, even for a veteran PC builder. But, just for you, we've narrowed down that endless list of DDR4 RAM modules to a handy few memory kits to suit your needs and budgets. As difficult as it may be, purchasing the right RAM is a very important step in getting the most out of the best CPUs and towards future-proofing your gaming PC. Basically, it isn't a decision that should not be taken lightly. When selecting the top DDR4 RAM for gaming, there are several things you have to take into account. First, consider the total capacity of memory you're looking for. We recommend a minimum of 16 GB for most serious gaming PCs, but it isn't too costly to upgrade to 32 GB these days. The second thing to consider is the speed of your memory. In some cases, the clock speed of your memory is just as important as the amount of RAM you have. Generally, we like to stick with 2 DDR4 modules with 3000 MHz or higher clock speeds, even if it means sacrificing a few GB. Assuming your motherboard supports up to 4 sticks of RAM, you can always purchase additional modules later. Whatever your specific needs may be, we have chosen some of our favorite options for PC gaming below. Number 1. Corsair Dominator Platinum RGB 32GB DDR4-3200 MHz. Corsair has outdone itself with the Dominator Platinum RGB. The original DDR4 kit has been our favorite high-end memory bundle for quite some time now. Its sleek exterior, patented DHX cooling technology, and unrivaled performance have made it a formidable flagship over the years, topping our best RAM for gaming list. Now, the iconic Dominator Platinum is back with a stealthy new design and Corsair's new Capellix LED technology. The price doesn't differ too much from the original, non-RGB Dominator Platinum, but you're still paying a hefty premium compared to some of the other kits mentioned in this guide. We still think it's well worth every penny if you can afford it, whichever capacity kit you go for. Number 2. G.Skill Trident Z Neo 32GB DDR4-3600 MHz. G.Skill's Trident Z RGB RAM has dominated our guide for years now, and it's no surprise the company's Trident Z Neo series has also earned a spot here. Similar to the original Trident Z RGB series, the Trident Z Neo comes equipped with brilliant RGB lighting done in a very tasteful manner. More importantly, the Neo series is optimized for AMD Ryzen builds, which make this budget-friendly option the perfect choice for budget-conscious Ryzen PCs. Like its counterpart, the Trident Z Neo comes in various speeds and configurations ranging from 2600 MHz all the way up to 3800 MHz. Each module comes equipped with 5 individually addressable RGB LEDs that can light up any PC build beautifully. Number 3. G.Skill Trident Z RGB 16GB DDR4-2400 MHz light-up RAM modules have been around for a while, and RGB-enabled options are now commonplace. G.Skill's Trident Z RGB is one of the most tasteful implementations of RGB lighting we've come across. The kit illuminates itself with 5 individually addressable RGB LEDs and a frosted diffuser that produces a soft glow that looks fantastic in just about any PC build. The memory performance is just as good as the looks, with the Trident Z line available in speeds ranging from 2400 MHz all the way up to 4600 MHz. Overclocking performance is in line with other Trident memory, and with tuning and tweaking you can usually squeeze a couple hundred more MHz out of the kit. The Trident Z RGB line is well worth consideration for any build. Number 4. Ballistix Tactical Tracer RGB 32GB DDR4-2666 MHz. If you're into personalizing and modding your PC, Crucial's Ballistix Tactical Tracer RGB series is another worthy option. Available in 16GB to 64GB configurations at 2666 MHz and 3000 MHz, the latest Ballistix DDR4 memory is suitable for a wide range of builds without much of a premium. The main selling point here is the kit's 16 addressable RGB LEDs with 8 controllable zones and an easily removable light bar that diffuses and enhances the RGB effects. Crucial provides free 3D files that allow you to print different light bars to produce a wide range of aesthetics for any build. Power users can modify existing files to print their own gamer tag or custom designs. Alternatively, you can remove the light bar altogether for a blindingly bright effect. Number 5. G.Skill Ripjaws V 16GB DDR4-2400 MHz. The G.Skill Ripjaws V is the second generation of DDR4 memory from G.Skill, and it's clear the company listened to the feedback and criticisms from the customers. The new series is more affordable, faster, and has a less tacky heatsink. We found the 16GB Ripjaws V kit to be the best option for a decent capacity kit that features great performance right out of the box. Immediately, without any overclocking, the Ripjaws V did exceptionally well in our benchmarks, beating several kits in the 2400 MHz range. Despite this, you can still achieve an overclock to 2800 to 3000 MHz with a simple bump in voltage. You might even reach 3200 MHz or higher, though you're likely to hit some stability issues. With a reasonable price, whether running stock or overclocked, G.Skill Ripjaws V is hard to beat. Number 6. Patriot Viper Elite 8GB DDR4-2400 MHz. The Patriot Viper Elite 8GB may not be the cheapest DDR4 memory bundle you can find, but in our opinion it holds the best value when you're on a budget. This dual-channel kit is priced lower than competitors like the HyperX Fury and Corsair Vengeance LPX while also offering similar levels of performance. And unlike cheaper kits, the Viper Elite features decent heatsinks and overclockability. For those looking to take full advantage of what the Viper Elite has to offer, simple overclocking pushes its performance to match that of much more expensive options. One of the awesome things about DDR4 is that it generally operates at 1.2 volts, and even the slightest voltage increases can give you quite a bit more clock speed while still remaining cool. We hit 2800 MHz and 3000 MHz speeds with ease, and 3200 MHz is possible.